What's up, homies? Welcome back to the Big Homies Breakdown. I'm Sean. That's Mike. And tonight we've got Matt Miller from Eternal Morphs joining us. Before we get rolling, if you're watching and you rock with what we're building here, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed and share this out to somebody in the reptile community as it helps the channel more than you can realize. And it keeps these conversations going. Now, tonight, we're stepping into a topic that created a lot of discussion in the reptile world: hybrid animals, specifically Burmese pythons crossed with ball pythons, the Burm ball conversation. Whether if you're for it, against it, or just curious about it, we're not here to argue. We're here to talk. We want to understand the vision behind it, the responsibility that comes with it, and where something like that fits or doesn't fit in the future of the industry. That's what platform's about. So two guys at a table, real questions, giving people space to explain what they're building. So chat active tonight. Drop your thoughts, keep it respectful, and let's actually have a conversation tonight. Matt, appreciate you coming, brother, and let's break it down.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, bro.
So, Matt, tell people a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah, so I'm a Canadian, but I'm actually living in the Philippines right now. So that is an interesting element to this hobby as well. So figuring out shipping to the U.S. or not in the case of the burn balls, because I can't ship them to you guys because of the Lacey Act. I got into the hobby. I've always been into reptiles, so like I've had chameleons, tortoises, like you name it, growing up as a kid, and through university and stuff like that. But I really got into the ball pythons and the snakes in 2023. So I got my first snake November 2023. Cute little bell that my wife allowed me to get. That's how it usually starts, a pied or a bell or something like that. Because yeah, here in Philippines, they're a little bit scared of snakes, right? They got the king cobras and stuff. So as kids, like growing up, they're taught to kind of fear snakes. But we were at a show and she loved it. She actually surprised me. She was holding like this big ball python on her neck, and I came by. I'm like, oh, okay, we can do this. All right. So yeah, that's how I got into it, and then the rest is kind of history. Got a bunch of ball pythons, got into the burn balls, obviously, and yeah, had season 1 last year, which went amazing, and really looking forward to year 2.
You actually led right into my first question. So, what made you
Yeah.
decide to explore the Burmese ball python hybrids?
Yeah, so that's a funny story. So like you kind of know maybe a little bit because you're on Billy's Patreon there for a while. So like I've
Right.
been trying to get some imports here. So I have some stuff from the US and Canada coming finally like next week maybe, like now that the weather's getting a little bit warmer. But it's been like a 2-year journey trying to get these animals here, getting all my certifications here in Philippines. And then, US had the shutdown there for a little while. So like my CITES was delayed. But yeah, anyways, I was just scrolling my feed, probably similar to other people who found me or, came across things. Just this crazy looking snake popped up in my feed. I was like, what is this? Like, it just looked incredible. So I ended up finding out that that was a burn ball, went down the rabbit hole of researching, finding anyone that has these. Obviously, like there's not a lot of information about them online.
Right.
Because maybe it was controversial, but like for me, I didn't know it was controversial because I was new, right? I was new to the hobby and just figuring stuff out. And then
Do
yeah,
you remember? Do you remember? You mentioned the Patreon for
hmm,
Billy a while back.
yeah.
So, do you remember? I know you were in the chat at the time. I had asked, "Hey, what do y'all think about hybrids?" And everybody jumped on me, and I was like, "All right, never mind. I'm gonna take a step back."
I don't remember that. Yeah, but yeah, at that time, like maybe I wasn't in the chat yet or something because I kind of joined a
Yeah.
little bit later. But yeah, there's like such a strong response, and I think as we're going to talk about tonight, I think a lot of it is just misinformation is the problem. Because anyways, yeah, like they produce like an incredibly healthy snake, a snake that is arguably, in my opinion, better than both species individually. And yeah, so like I ended up finding a guy in Thailand that had them. I had to renew my visa from Philippines, so I had to jump out of the country and come back in. So I went to a show there, held it in person, and it was just like, oh my God, this snake is nuts. It's huge. Like not huge, like it was thicker than a ball python, like, you know, maybe about this thick around. It looked like a massive adult female ball python. Essentially, it was a 3-year-old male. He was about 5 feet and just like had the strength of a Burmese, but he didn't fade. It was like, it was beautiful, man, as an adult. Like it looked way better than on my ball python. So when I saw that, it kind of confirmed my belief that this snake is incredible. So I went home and I bought like 6 breeder females right away for Burmese, like that. So that's how much I love the snake.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Mike, are you trying to talk, sir? We can't hear you.
You there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, my computer was talking. I tried to get it to shut up for a second. A lot of people here in the U.S. are starting to, well, not a lot of people, a few people that I know are starting to do like the car balls, the carpets, and the ball pythons.
Yes, those are beautiful too. Yeah,
kind of get those hybrid, but we know you can't ship them to the United States. But do you find it beneficial for like some states and some areas, like some cities, towns, they can't have like the big Burmese or the big rig ticks, like they have a certain size for like boas? Do you find that beneficial as a hybrid burn balls, kind of?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's one of the things that I love about them too, is that they don't get huge. So like the number one question that I get is, how big do they get, right? So a male on average will get around 4 to 5 feet. So that is under the, like usually some places have like a 6-foot limit. So a male will squeeze right under that. So that'll give you like the perfect size snake for that. And then other places have a 9-foot limit, which the females fit under. So females will typically be between 6 and then like the most, I think the highest recorded one is like 9 feet, something like that. So they will squeeze under both of those limits, which is great. And they have the personality. So like, you're mixing 2 species, but the ball python is shy and the Burmese is like puppy dog tame, curious, like kind of like the golden retriever of snakes. And they get the personality 100% from the Burmese side. So like these things are just like super chill, a little cage defensive, like whenever you first grab them, like as hatchlings or whatever. But like as you hold them and as you interact with them, they're just like puppy dog tame. I had one out gaming on my wrist for like 2 hours when it was a hatchling. Like they love to be out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We actually got a really great question from the chat here. Ratna Cat. Matt, how do you see the wildlife in the Philippines act compared to the ones in captivity?
Like in terms of what? Like, so like maybe the reticulated pythons and stuff. So like here we have, like in the wild, we have like reticulated pythons, we have a bunch of vipers, stuff like that. So like the reticulated pythons, they're pretty, like, I wouldn't say they're aggressive, but yeah, like they're certainly defensive and stuff in the wild, versus like captivity ones would be like more chill. Or like I have some super dwarfs that are so incredibly chill. Obviously I have the strong food response, but I don't know, maybe like I've always heard about the retic food response in mine. Obviously they slam food, but it's not like they're like coming flying out of the tub, which is what I was expecting from a reticulated python.
Heck, there's some ball pythons that do that, come right out of the tub.
Do that more, yeah.
Mine.
Now over there with the Burmese pythons, well, they can't ship to the U.S., but do you find there's more genes over there in the like Europe and stuff like that for the Burmese pythons, like the smoke gene and stuff like that? Have you seen those over there, those specific genes?
Yeah, my buddy has a smoke, so he's going to be bringing it over to my house to do like a breed loan. So that is one. There's Thailand has a lot actually. So Thailand has a very nice morph called Pin, which like has this beautiful patterning. Not maybe a little bit similar to the ball python pinstripe, but a lot nicer. It's kind of like more fluid, almost like a monsoon a little bit. Not as crazy as Monsoon, but yeah, that one's beautiful. And then the other one that I really, really want is Lava, which is essentially, it's like essentially like an exanthic morph within the Burmese.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything in the Burmese is recessive, right? So other than hypo.
Yeah, that's why I was curious. Like, is a smoke like recessive, stuff like that too. Also, like, what's the size of the Burmese python females? Are you breeding ball males to those
ball males.
Burmese, or are you doing it the opposite?
So yeah, that's another question that I get a lot is like, which way do you do it, right? Male or female, on which side? But the way you'll have most success is if you do the male ball python. A lot of these hybrids, usually you're always using the male ball python, which is a little bit more willing to breed whatever, to the female. And the female will always dictate the egg size, the clutch size as well, right?
Okay.
So yeah, obviously I'd prefer 20 to 40 eggs over 6 to 12.
Yeah. What's the
whenever you're making
weight?
that?
Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
What's the weight average that you start to breed your male ball python to that Burmese female?
So I think it's more about, for me, I would care a little bit less about their weight and more about maturity. Obviously he is going to be fertilizing a lot more eggs. So I would want his, that sperm to be more mature, more proven. But yeah, like, I think the smallest ball python that we bred is maybe like 700, 800 grams, something like that. And then the largest was maybe 1,600, 1,700 grams, somewhere in that range.
What about the female Burmese? How old do they have to be to start to introduce the male for breeding for those?
Just your normal size for breeding. So like you want them to be at least, or they should be around 3 years old and about 9 to 10 feet, something like that. Good body structure, that sort of thing. So just your normal size that you would breed on both sides, right? Is ideal.
Yeah, I had a ball python back in 96, 97, and then I got a albino Burmese in like 2005. And
yeah,
I've always had a thing for the Burmese, bigger snakes. My cousin, he had one. He had like a 12, 13-foot albino Burmese female, and he passed away, and it went on to one of his friends because I was still in school. I was in like the 9th or 10th grade at that time, and I think I got to have one later in life. And then I lost my vision, gradually got worse, and it's like, I don't want a big snake and something happen and me be a statistic.
Yeah,
and,
just in case.
Who in the heck let this blind guy get a big berm and stuff like that. So I just kind of shy away from it.
The berm balls are perfect, man. Like, there's zero safety risks. Like, earlier in the show, I alluded to the fact that, it's arguably better than both sides, right? Like an individual snake from each side. So on what I feel like the berm ball solves is the ball python eating issue. So like everyone always complains, oh, my snake went off food, my snake did this. So these things, they never miss a meal. They'll slam like rat, hamster, mouse, like they don't care what you're tossing in, man.
Hey, your feeder must love you, man. Your feeder guy's like, oh, it's that Matt dude again. Yes.
No, we breed our own, but yeah, it's but yeah, it's
bringing pigs and stuff too, or what? Rabbits, pigs,
chickens, bro. We breed the chickens for the Burmese. So we have some buff Orpington chickens, which are like the big kind of like the hybrid like egg layer and meat type. And then we breed it with a native chicken. So originally we were doing just straight up buff Orpingtons, but they kind of had like health issues sometimes here. They get sick sometimes. So we bred it with the native chicken, and now it's it's more durable against that kind of stuff. We don't have any issues with the.
We got some Jurassic Park stuff going over there at Eternal Morse, guys.
Man,
it's funny. My son loves my son loves dinosaurs, and he just watched the latest Jurassic World movie, and it's got like the hybrids in it. Yeah, like Distortus Rex or something. That's what he says. It's like a mix between a Brachiosaurus and a T-Rex.
My nephew, he's 3, and he loves the dinosaurs. He can tell you everyone and what they are and how old they are and stuff like that. I was like, you need to get a Tegu. And I told my mom to show him the Tegu, and he's like,
he would love that.
It looks like it's a Jurassic Raptor or whatever. And so I thought it was pretty cool. He's only 3 years old, so.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. That's a nice comment by
Yeah,
her.
for sure. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
if I,
Yeah, so it
uh,
solves the feeding on the Burmese or the ball python side, right? And also the shyness of a ball python. Like some people like the shyness, but some
Mhm.
people call them like a pet rock. Like, you know what I mean? They're not so
they
interactive.
just ball up.
And then on the Burmese side, obviously they don't get massive, right? 4 to 5 feet and 6 to 9 feet is incredibly manageable. And it's like it could never there's not a safety concern, right? Like Mike said,
Yeah.
like I'm scared, I don't want to be a statistic, and
The
that's
Chihuahua might be a
impossible with
concern nowadays, but
Now, with
yeah,
this being your second year breeding the burn balls, have you produced any like visual, like hypo, like clown, like with the clown or anything like that yet?
So our male, which I'll show you guys a little bit later, is getting very close to breeding size.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we produced a beautiful pastel hypo. So hypo in the Burmese is incomplete dominant, with the
Right.
super producing an ivory. So like it's visual hypo already.
Mhm.
And it's triple het clown albino granite. So he'll be going to a bunch of visual
Okay.
clown ball pythons, and then he'll also probably be going back maybe to mom that is the hypo, or that is the granite albino, to try to make the double visual there.
Double
Oh
visual.
my
Okay.
god. All
Yeah,
right.
just
So
Yeah, it'd be
with
beautiful.
that's
with
awesome.
the I'm gonna ask this question as soon as we get back from this break. All right. So I was just kind of thinking with hybrids, there's a concern about husbandry, yeah, and long term care for the animals. So how are you approaching that responsibility in taking care of these animals? Are the husbandries different? Are they similar? Are they,
Yeah,
you know,
so with the, like, I'll speak to the burn ball specifically because that's all I have experience with. But yeah, on their end, it's exactly the same as like you would normally care for a ball python or a Burmese, right? Like their heat, their humidity is essentially the exact same. The only thing that I would say on the burn balls is that they're not shy. Like I can open the tub of my male that I hold a lot, and he'll literally crawl right out of my hand. Which is amazing. So for them, I would say like, they don't necessarily need to be in a rack system. They could, but obviously they would appreciate the more space, like as much space that you would give them, because they're not shy like at all. So that would be the
Right.
only difference that I would say. Yeah, and in terms of like the responsibility piece, like that's what some people allude to on the other side, which is the muddying of the waters. So like mixing, like mixing stuff, and maybe people trying to pass it off as like a new ball python morph, or something like doing some shady shit. But the reality is that people who are going to do shady stuff are going to do it anyways. They're going to sell you fake hets for ball pythons. They're going to sell you fake this. They're going to do shady shit no matter what.
mhm.
And in terms of that responsibility, it's similar to the super dwarfs. So like super dwarfs, you're tracking the percentage of the localities. So like that's what we're going to do on the on the burn balls. And that's what most people do on the hybrids, is like, this one is a 50-50, this one is a 75-25, this one is, whatever the split of that percentage is just how you keep track. It's pretty basic in terms of like, being responsible about it and just being honest, right? Like if you're a good person, you're gonna be passionate and tell people about exactly what's in the animal, regardless, right?
To
Yeah.
me, to
Oh,
me, I
sorry.
like all this hybrid stuff, man. You guys could be blazing the trail for a new path. Like,
Yeah, I'll tell you
you
what,
know,
man. Yeah, go ahead. You're
a lot
coughing.
of people are like, "Oh, ball pythons are burnt out," but then you came out with these burn balls, and I'm not saying you're the first guy to do it, right?
No, definitely
But
not. It's been around for a long
you're the
time.
first guy I've ever seen a picture of one from.
The one
So,
that's
I know,
definitely
it's
got
so
it out there.
and
secretive.
I'm like,
Definitely
I
that
know
one.
that dude, so I know that snake's legit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
have one of those, man. It's freaking dope.
Yeah, I will say that like the interest is insane. So like in terms of like the pet market, And even the high-end market, like, people that want to breed them, there is a lot of interest. Like, I get literally 15 to 20 messages a week from people in the US that want them. Like, it's like at least a couple, like, one day I'll get 3-4 messages, the next day I'll get one. And my social media metrics, so like, obviously you guys see me post a lot. I'm posting twice a day across all the platforms. The metrics on the burn balls is always smash the ball pythons, unless it's a kraken. Like, sometimes I'll post my krakens, and those ones will do well, like, in terms of the metrics. But the burn balls, like, I've had 50K, couple 100K.
It could just be a matter of time, man. Like, this work you're putting in right now, man, might be something that, the Lasiac finally says, all right, you know what? That's actually a better animal. We'll allow it to come into the US. And guess who's already on deck with all the burn balls already? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we appreciate
it. Buy some sports cars after they open up the Lacey Act here.
Yeah, we appreciate the other day you went on the live and you were shouting us out and saying you were going to be on here. And
man, that was pretty awesome. Thank you for that.
What are you using to keep track of the lineage with the burn balls?
So I use Husbandry Pro because, like, through Mutation Creation, we get it for free with his Patreon. So yeah, and it works great. I think, like, Clutch is only ball pythons.
Yeah.
So Husbandry Pro supports, like, I can create a new species in Husbandry Pro and do the hybrid stuff in there. Yep.
Makes it so much easier. You can use your phone and just scan it and feeding and scan it, and just it takes a little bit to put all the information in there, but once you have that information in there, it's just so easy, and so you save so much time on it.
Yeah, we do a bit of both. So, like, we have like, I don't know if you guys saw DPR Cold Blood's video a while where he was at Canova's facility going through, like, their systems. So we copied that stuff where it's like on the tub we have like a strip of tape where it's like E and X. So that's how we track feeding, and then the follicles and stuff we put on the tub as well. And then the weights as well on the tub, but like we'll also put the follicles in the app as well, because then that way I can kind of plan the pairings for the week or whatever.
Now, do you ultrasound to get the follicles, or you just kind of palpate, or what do you?
Yeah, so I can ultrasound the ball pythons and the Burmese pythons, so I can see, like, right now, like, we have a few females on the Burmese side that are at like 40 millimeters, something like that. So we're really trying to get locks on them.
Okay. What's the size for them to go? Is it still like ball pythons, or do they need to be bigger in their millimeters, or what?
It's bigger, yeah. So, like, Dylan from DS Balls and me have also really noticed that, like, the Burmese really don't want to lock. Like, so if you're trying to do your burn ball pairing, so like if anyone tries to do this yourself, like to do the pairings, and you're just never getting locks, it could just be because the female is not at that follicular development yet. So, like, they will essentially never lock until they're 30 millimeters plus. And the last one that we got a lock on was like 40, like the follicles were off the screen before we got a lock. So it's like they are like last minute, man.
Yeah, Dylan Smith, he's a good dude. He's out there in Tacoma,
so
Washington.
Nice, yeah. He's got some burn ball pairings this year. He's doing 3 pairings. So he's your guys' hope for the US. We have a group chat. So if anyone wants to join the group chat, we have a hybrid group chat with a lot of people with amazing information. And yeah, there's like a wait list.
Yeah, if you don't mind, if you want to, you can add me too. I appreciate it. Yeah, Dylan, when I first got my ball pythons, he helped me like with the heat tape and stuff, like, because I can't see. He's like, all right,
such a helpful guy.
This color's got to go up this way, and the black's got to go that way, and make sure you leave a space. And it's like, man, this dude don't know me from Adam, and
he helps anyone, man. Like, yeah, and that's what I love about our hybrid group chat. It's probably like 150 people, 200 people in there now. And just everyone's so chill, fun, a little crazy in terms of some of the conversations, but it's fun, man. Everybody's just
that's who Mark got
good people in the hobby.
Yeah, Mark from Rat Bastard. That's where he got his Burmese and stuff.
I would recommend Dylan all day long. The dude is passionate and helpful. 100% get your Burmese from Dylan. Yeah,
that's where I got like the smoke gene. That's what I was asking about. That's when Dylan said he would love to get his hands on.
I know he's got, I think, everything that's available in the US, but yeah, he's itching to get everything else. But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get to taunt him with my beautiful stuff that he can't get.
I like to be on the fly on the wall on that one.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So
Right.
hmm.
Man. So let's see. I got another question here. What has been the reaction from other breeders, and has anything surprised you since you've been doing this burn ball project?
Yeah, so like I said, I was a bit ignorant in terms of like the negative backlash of like hybrids. Like I just got my first snake in 2023 and started the hybrid thing kind of right away. And then like when I did start it, it was, a lot of people on the Patreon were like, "Ooh, you don't want to do that. That's like that's like a big no-no in the community." And I'm like, "Why?" Like I saw this snake in Thailand and it was incredible. Perfectly healthy, zero health issues on the burn balls. As I said, like they eat all the time. Like they're fertile, right? So they can make F2s, even if they're not fertile, and it lives a long, healthy, happy life. This is a hobby first. We're doing it for the love of the animals, for the love of the game, for creating this beautiful living art. And no offense, but like the burn balls are just like way better than ball pythons in terms of like their beauty.
Hey, dude, you might have figured out the Everglades problem in Florida, man. Have some of them burn balls go out there and make the snakes smaller, and I guarantee you they might be
yeah, that would help. Yeah,
they
get the size down, bro. But yeah, like everything that we made this year, like all the beautiful, beautiful snakes that you see on Instagram and stuff that we made is just from a pastel clown. That's it. That was our only sire last year. That was the only dude that would lock anything. And just the variety of the patterns and the variety of the head stamps and it's just insane from a pastel friggin' clown.
That's awesome.
We got another great question. Kat wants to know if they have the same lifespan as a regular animal.
Yeah, so they do. They have the same lifespan, like to my knowledge, and from what obviously I don't have firsthand experience on it, but like from my research and people that I've talked to, they do. There is certain hybrids that don't. So I think that's where like a lot of the misinformation about hybrids comes from is that, so for example, if you cross a boa with an anaconda, like that kind of post pops up every so often, but those animals don't live past a month kind of thing. So like they're beautiful, they're cool, and they're a nice Instagram post, but then they don't thrive, right? But almost all of the python ones, Mike said the Carpondros, and the super balls, which is a blood python and a ball python, like all these python mixes do thrive, and it is successful. So yeah, it's my buddy in Thailand, he has 5-6-year-old adult females that are just stunning. Yeah, Travis Python Susie has a 5-year-old bamboo, which is stunning, female. And yeah, they're just great, man. There's nothing else to say.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, man.
No, I'm done.
Like you were saying, like some people like kind of want you to like shy away from like the burn balls.
Sorry.
But that's kind of like in ball pythons. Don't work with that gene. That's just a big, gonna be a brown turd, with the sunset. It's like, well, I'm gonna do it the opposite way, like I'm gonna work with what I want to work with, not what everybody else wants you to. And then secretly they're working it too, but they want to figure out what they can try to make it better. Yeah. And I found that out a lot too. With the Burmese pythons and the ball pythons, is there like the eggs, like the temperatures and the humidity when you incubate right around the same temperatures? How long does it take for those to hatch?
Yeah, we do the exact same. So exact same as ball pythons, 89.5, and they hatch literally the exact same. So like they're pipping around day 55, 56, something like that. But yeah, so like I got some some mentors and people when I was getting into it telling me you probably shouldn't. But secretly, I've been on podcasts before where they're I'm not quite ready to say that I like it just in case for my brand, but they're so dope, right? And then on social media, I would say for every 200 positive comments I get, I'll get maybe 1 or 2 negative. So I think the narrative about hybrids is changing. Yeah. And maybe that's because, like, you know, I'm actually posting, I'm doing the lives, I'm educating people about it and showing like, hey, no, there's nothing wrong with the
Changing
snake.
minds, huh?
It's a beautiful snake. Like, why are we hating on this? Because it's healthy, it's thriving, there's zero medical issues. Like, why?
Yeah.
What's the reason why? I don't understand.
Exactly. Guys, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
Operation Deeds, Not Words 2 is dedicated to empowering and uplifting disabled veterans and first responders through unwavering support, meaningful resources, and real opportunities that honor their service and sacrifice. Our mission is to build a thriving, impactful organization driven by the shared vision, commitment, and accountability of our team, because when we work together, there is no ceiling on what we can accomplish.
We are equally committed to the growth of our team members, actively encouraging them to expand their voices, followings, and businesses as essential pillars of our mission. Being part of Operation Deeds, Not Words reflects great credit upon our members, uniting communities in the Fat Man Nation, Green Line morphs under a shared purpose rooted in service, resilience, and action-driven impact. Deeds, not words.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for coming back with us from the break. We got Matt here from Eternal Morphs breaking down these burn balls. Matt, these are incredible looking animals, as you said earlier before the break. Do you think projects like this are expanding the industry, or do they actually risk a potential of dividing it?
So I think it's expanding it. I don't see how it could divide it. So like I alluded to that earlier about the muddying of the waters.
Right.
And Mike commented on it too. Like the reality is everyone's going to have an opinion of one way or another. Like, and I respect that. Like if someone is not down with the hybrids, like I'm not going to try to like convert you, man. Like if you love what you love, that's what you have to do. You have to work. That's like the best advice that I ever got from my mentors when I first started is like, don't follow the, you know, the Canova videos, man. Like just work what you love and enjoy the species.
Well, I try to tell people
like,
all the time.
Maybe ball pythons are not for you. Maybe you like carpet pythons. Maybe you like green tree pythons. Like maybe you like king snakes. Maybe you like, there's a million amazing snakes to enjoy and love, or other reptiles if snakes are not for you. Right.
It's kind of like that one family member that nobody really likes, but they kind of hang out with them anyway. And you know, it's like, all right, you know, I don't like your cousin or your brother, but you know, you're still cool because I like you. You know, it's just kind of the same thing, really, to be honest.
Just work what you love, man, and just like I try to promote that a lot too. Is like you know, later in life, I found that like the more that you focus on yourself, like your own happiness, your family. The things that really genuinely make you happy, like your life just like becomes so beautiful, man. Just enjoying what you love to do. And it's the same thing in your hobby. If you're the one that has to open that tub, clean that shit, do the rodents, like you got to do all the work. There's a lot of work in these beautiful animals. And if you don't love them, and if you're not excited every time you're opening that tub, like what are you doing? Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So why don't we get into it, man? What do you want to show us first? You want to show us one of
why don't I build it up? So this is the way I usually do it. So I usually start with like a normal, and then I'll like add pastel, and like I'll do the progression and show you guys you know what you're working with essentially. Like I said, everything was just from a pastel clown. So like keep that in mind as I'm showing you guys.
And what was the mom in the pairing for her?
So we had 3 clutches. The first one was just a hypo. So just a hypo female. The second one is a bit of a mystery, but I believe to be possibly triple het clown, or not clown, sorry, albino granite green. And then the third clutch was from a hypo double het granite albino. and they all had hypo in them. So like that's one of the main things that I tried to get, is because it's the only incomplete dominant in Burmese. So wanted to get that in the mix.
All right. Awesome.
Cool.
Let's check that
Can't
out,
go
man.
wrong with- I like the albino granites myself too, with the albino.
Oh, for the berms?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are freaking nice, dude. Those are freaking really nice. I had a berm.
Yeah,
once.
that's my favorite too, is the albino granites. So this is your normal.
Ooh, that's a normal, bro.
This is normal het
Don't
clown.
dog me, bro. That's not a normal, bro.
It's a normal.
Dude, that looks
Look at
so
that
bright, bro.
patterning and the flaming, not fading, getting better with age, and just like she's puppy dog tame here, like just so chill.
I know some people say
Serious.
like the het. Oh, sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Some people say that like the het clown and like the ball pythons have like a white tip tail. Is that the same with the Burmese? Have you noticed that or not?
I don't know. I would say like the het clown definitely helps a lot with their brightness and the cleanness of the snake. So my buddy in Thailand, he doesn't have het clown in the mix, and I would say that mine are, you know, quite a bit brighter in terms of you know, what's going on and holding their color a lot better. So anyone that is looking to do this as a project, I would say get at least you know, a 1 recessive or 2 recessives in the mix if you can. So like puzzle, or like, you know, sunset is one that I'm really excited about. You talked about the brown turds earlier. Imagine a 9-foot sunset clown that doesn't fade is something that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I've got
Hey, Mike, I'll have a bunch of sunset stuff for you, bro.
Yeah.
I've got a clown het sunset female, and she's just so bright. Her head pattern, and then she's just amazing.
Yeah, like look at this snake. This is your base. Like this is your like normal.
Dude, he's got a nice little head stamp on him too.
Like you can see, I'm touching her head. She doesn't care at all,
Not
man. She's
headshot
just
at
like
all.
cruising. She's just cruising. Okay, so that's a normal. Now let me grab a hypo.
I love the hypo stuff too. When we go backstage, Matt, I'll show you the clown het sunset stuff.
Sweet.
Everybody in the chat,
Scroll.
while Matt's doing that, make sure you smash that like button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, turn on that notification bell. We appreciate it.
So this one is a hypo. So you can see how the alien heads are kind of faded there. It's not as solid. And the brown is like maybe a little bit lighter. So this one is a hypo, and you can see definitely on the alien heads on the sides there. It's like almost like see-through there.
Yeah.
Like here, it almost looks like yellow belly or something.
This
is hypo
ones.
het clown.
Dude, I can't wait till we start seeing your developments. Like, here's the
Yeah, I can't wait to make the
looking
visuals this year,
colors.
visual clown, because Bob Clark actually made a visual clown. It just looked like burn ball to burn ball, a 50-50. And
Yeah.
it was friggin' nuts.
So, Python Susie said, "What's been your biggest challenge in breeding the hybrids so far?"
It's getting the locks is like I said before. It's just like timing that and actually getting it done has been a bit challenging. So like we've tried a few different strategies this year where you know, we actually put 2 male ball pythons in at the same time. That worked on 1 female. Obviously, we observed them, but there's been no fighting at all that we've observed. But you still got to kind of watch them just in case they fight. But you use obviously the same similar tricks that you do with the ball pythons, where you put another male shed in. Another good tip that we learned as well is taking a female ball python that is like, you know, building like around that 15 to 25 millimeter mark, taking her shed and mixing it in water and then spraying the Burmese. Has been helpful as well. And then another trick that we do is we put them in like a large like storage tub. So kind of like restricting their space so that they're essentially forced to cuddle is another one. So yeah, we're pulling out all the tricks to get them to get that lock in. But yeah, like on my end, like the weather does a lot of the work for me, right? You know, I just keep my stuff in ambient. So like the humidity and the the temperature and everything like that is doing a lot of the work for me, I think. Whereas in the US, often the issue is like getting slugs is a problem. So we're gonna see that this year. Like I said, last year we just had the one male sire, so maybe he has the magic sperm. I don't know. Like I know a lot of people in the US have issues making them. So yeah, we'll see this year.
What kind of male you going to try and use for next season?
So once my imports friggin' get here, which is looking like March 7 onwards, I have a pastel leopard sunset clown from Miguel at Always Evolving Pythons that I'm going to be using for the project. That's kind of like the heavy hitter that I'm going to use because the het influence in these are crazy. Like I'll show you guys as we ramp things up, but the het influence is very apparent in these. Mm-hmm. And yeah, what else are we using? So I have like almost a Pompeii. It's just missing red stripe, I think, and possible super hurricane. So I'd love to get hurricane into the mix. See how that whacks out the pattern. We're using 2 females are pregnant right now from a GHI het clown. So I can't wait to see like some dark morphs. Like we have a beautiful, like super dark male GHI het clown. So I'd love to see that. And then with the hypo would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, just we're just trying to get more incomplete dominance into the mix. So this is just a pastel.
Look at this thing. That's a pastel?
Yeah,
look at that head stamp, man. That's freaking fire.
Yeah, it's got like 2 little black dots. It almost looks like it's got like
see that, bro. It almost looks like eyes.
And look at this pattern, bro. And look at the contrast. This looks Desert Ghost, right? Look at how clean the snake is. Like
how old is the animal now?
So they were born in July, like end of July. So like, I don't know, 6 months, more than that, 7 months now, I think, something like that.
So what are they, about 1.5 feet long out of the egg?
No, they're pretty much the same size as a ball python out of the egg. Maybe just like a little bit bigger, but yeah, they start. Actually, we had some that were smaller than ball pythons out of the egg. So
wow.
Sean, couldn't you imagine the Barnhart black pastel and darkening up that stuff on the alien? That'd be crazy.
I was some OD in there, super OD in there.
Stranger.
Ooh. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Like you can just see their personality, right? Like they're just like cruising, just chilling. So like that's one of the things that I love most about them is their temperament. Obviously it's nice to have a beautiful snake, but I'd rather have a snake that's just chilling with me, like just hanging out, having a good time. Like it's just beautiful.
Now, have you noticed? I know some people say Burmese are big bluffers and they hit blow air. Have you noticed that with the burn balls or no?
Yeah, the burn balls do the same thing. Okay. So they'll hiss at you. Look at this thing. Look at this. I kind of figured they would, but I just didn't know.
It looks like a cat, or like
we call it the wolf, but yeah, it looks like some sort of canine. So this is also a pastel het clown.
Ooh,
this is our nicest example of the pastel het clowns that we got. Yeah, look at that head stamp. Look at how clean this snake is.
The contrast looks like in that, bro. Oh my god!
And they also have the 50% het granite and stuff like that too in them too, correct?
Yeah. So this one is from our first clutch, which is just a hypo. So this is just a pastel het clown. And yeah, it's like, look at how clean that is.
Super clean.
Now I wonder if they could shed test for the ball pythons in there, like with Charlie and RGI, like later on down the road, if you wanted to like put like a triple recessive and try to test for that.
Yeah, so I have to send some ball python sheds. So I'm going to be sending some burn ball sheds as well, and we're going to see. Now look at this friggin' thing.
Okay.
Ooh. Look at the pattern on that.
Hey, that head is way clean though. All right, so what do we got right here, bro? Tell me what's going on. That's way different than the other ones.
So this is what I'm talking about by like het influence. So this is het granite, which is like granite in Burmese is like a monsoon. So like, look at the pattern. Like it looks like a cheetah.
It
That's
straight
crazy.
looks like a cheetah.
Yeah, like a cheetah or leopard, and it's got a lovely head stamp. We call it the Tesla head stamp, but
Whoa.
it's like a penis basically. So that is like a big
Whoa.
het marker.
It looks like a big het marker.
Yeah, that's a big het marker,
Wow.
bro.
Putting in
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it's funny. But yeah,
It is
look at
kinda
this
funny.
friggin' snake. This is from a pastel clown. Like if this was a ball python, this thing would be like insane, right? Like in terms of the recognition and the like desire to make this. Like just literally nuts. So this is a pastel double het clown granite. And look at the eyes too. Like they have these beautiful, like kind of green eyes as well. Like it's like got like a dark, almost like forest green. Like look at this snake, and look at how gold the head is too. Like just stunning.
What's the average U.S. price on one? Like if somebody produced them here in the U.S., like what would that snake go for in the U.S.?
Ooh.
Whew. Yeah, they're expensive in US, man. Probably like a 5K. That one, they probably start around 3. And then yeah. So this is also a pastel double het clown granite, I think. So it's just like you get so much variety in like what they look like. This one could also be like in Philippines too. Like they don't really, like on the Burmese side, they don't really track the het so much. Like so, there could be other pos hets. Like maybe it's het labyrinth. Like maybe it's het something else that's like changing the pattern. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like look at that head stamp too.
Hey, it looks like something dancing above it, above the head stamp.
Yeah, like it's just
that's cool,
and
man.
you can see all their personalities, man. Like they're just chilling, having a good time.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you. I got my buddy Along. You want to say hi, Along? This is my wife's nephew, Along.
What's up, Along?
Snakes.
How's it going?
So he works for me full time on the snakes, which is amazing. Helps me out. So this one is pastel, what I think to be double het or triple het green granite clown. So you can see the green in Burmese is like a pattern reduction. So you can really see how like the pattern reduction is going through like the dorsal here.
Kind of reminds me of Inchy and Clown almost.
Yeah. And you can see the head stamp. It's got like it's got the little Tesla. It's got the baby Tesla. Right?
Oh, hey, that's cool too.
So this one is cool. And you can see like some of the cheetah stuff on the sides here, but it's like really reduced.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah, and this one could be het albino too. I don't know. Not sure.
How awesome is that, dude? That you're
is
in
that one a
place
male
where
or a female?
You can make animals like that.
That one's female. So this one
female.
is just, yeah. So now we'll start adding in hypo. So this is a pastel hypo het clown.
Oh,
like look at that frosting going on.
I just couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine like what they look like.
Yeah, bro. So let me try to describe it. So like this one has got the pastel, but it almost like turns it gold. And then it's got that like typical hypo frosting to it.
Okay.
And the dorsal where the blacks are normally at, it's very brown, not black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a creamy brown, not a rich.
And they got
brown,
like
bro.
gold eyes too.
Oh my god, bro. That's the golden eye, bro.
Yeah.
That's 007.
Now, do you know which genes Dylan is putting in the burn balls, starting with those, or has he released?
I think he's doing puzzle. And then he's doing Chernobyl as well, if you guys know about that.
Yeah, that's his gene. He found it. Yeah.
Yep. So this is a pastel hypo double het clown granite.
That was a powerful one.
Is
that one a male or a female?
Wow, looking, man.
Look at this freaking snake. So with the granite, it actually brings in, you can see it's not quite as faded. So the contrast on the alien heads is a little bit better. It's a little bit sharper, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like the without the granite, it's almost like it's totally frosted and faded. Whereas with the granite, you get this
I like what the
really nice
granite does to
contrast.
the hypo. Yeah, man. That's
Is that a
really
male or a female?
I'm not sure on this one. I think this one is female.
It seems like the more the genes are packed in there, the more of the females.
All right, we're gonna cut to a break real quick, guys. This will be the last break for the night.
Introducing the Python Portal, a ball python breeder who works on snow and true ghost combos as well as the tiger gene.
We also offer many unique custom 3D printed accessories, as well as custom merch, so don't forget to stop by and check us out.
The United States Association of Reptile Keepers is a science, education, and conservation-based advocacy for the responsible private ownership of, and trade in reptiles and amphibians. We endorse caging standards, sound husbandry, escape prevention protocols, and an integrated approach to vital conservation issues. Our goal is to facilitate cooperation between government agencies, the scientific community, and the private sector in order to produce policy proposals that will effectively address important husbandry and conservation issues. The health of these animals, public safety, and maintaining ecological integrity are our primary concerns.
So welcome back, everybody. So while you're showing that off, Matt, I got another question for you. So outside of the hybrid conversation, what's something you're building at Eternal Morphs that people might be overlooking?
So yeah, I'm actually I'm known for the hybrids, but I do a lot with the ball pythons as well. So like I'm working a few different triple recessive projects. My main one is Hypo Desert Ghost Clown.
Oh, no way. You got to holler at me later.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, so I'm importing a black pastel Hypo Desert Ghost Clown male. I have a whole bunch of females lined up for him. And then the other triple recessive project that we're working is Sunset Ultramel Clown. So when I saw the Leviathan Super OD Ultramel Sunset, like it was game over. That was my direction for the Sunset stuff. And then the other one that I'm working is MJ Exanthic. So MJ Exanthic, Desert Ghost Clown,
Nice.
and Pied obviously as well, because pretty much all of them have Pied in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the other thing that I'm working on. And then I'm also, because like the hybrid game is popping off, I'm going to be working on other hybrids that I can actually ship to the US. So Carpondros is going to be one in the future. Another one that I'm working is ball pythons with white lip pythons, southern white lip pythons. So trying to see if we could get that iridescence into
Lippy
ball
balls.
pythons.
Ball python, yeah.
And one of the things that I try to do with the hybrids is always improve upon some of the negatives in the snakes. So like one of the biggest negatives with the ball pythons, in my opinion, is the interactivity. They're not moving like this. They're not cruising and interactive. They're shy. And then the food response as well. So like the white lip pythons are very chill, very cool snake. Another few that I'm working on it's called Similia trachea, which is like it almost looks like a mix between a carpet python and a retic. It has like almost like a king cobra head stamp, which is cool. Like it's got like the
that's pretty cool.
So yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff that I'm working on. I'm also going to be doing bat eaters, which I can't send to you guys anyways, with the super dwarfs. Some other, I love improving upon the base of both sides, right? So like the issue on retics as well as the size. So like using a super dwarf retic with a getting that into the mix to try and get things a little bit smaller. So this one here is a triple het, or what I believe to be a triple het green granite and clown. And this one is also a pastel hypo. So pastel hypo, triple het, green granite and clown. So you can see the pattern
right by the eyes is freaking amazing.
That's crazy. Is that a male or a female?
This one is a male. So originally it was a female and sold, but I like the popping of the burn balls is like a little different. So like I kept popping them like, oh, female, but
On further review.
upon further review, yeah. So like this one, I love this one so much, and I was happy that it ended up being a male because then I could keep them.
Yeah, it's powerful.
So yeah, that is that.
It's
So yeah, you
got
can
the
see again,
hypo
like the contrast in the alien heads is really nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you build your own caging, or what do you like source the materials for? Or where do you get the?
Yeah, so we ordered tubs from China, and they're actually used for like nuts and bolts. Let me pull one of them out here. So I'm trying to match the similar sizing to the tubs that you guys have, but this is one. These are the tubs that I bought from China. Similar dimensions to like, I think your 20, like Freedom Breeder 20 or something like that.
Yeah. That's cool,
but yeah, you can see it's for like nuts and bolts, and we bought this one here because it's got these like little rivets in it. So like we could actually put a divider. So we bought dividers, and you can actually have 2 hatchlings in one of these tubs.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Do you use like PVC, or what do you use for the structure?
So one of my buddies here is called Coach Stewart. He builds them through wood. So we just like custom built these racks in wood that's like exact to the size. So our racks here is 100 slots, and like I said, we can have 2 hatchlings in here. So we essentially have 200 slots in a small area because I don't do heat tape, right? It's just ambient, so like there's no hot.
Oh, that's right. You don't need no heat.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Save you a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You should see my gas and electric bill during the winter, dude. It's a nightmare.
You got to figure there's no telling how long. Oh, sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No. So this is the all genes that we got this year. I don't know if you want to blow that up, but
wow, yeah. Hold on just a second. I was looking at the head stamp. It had me kind of.
So this one has a double Tesla. It's got one in yellow and then got one in the dark.
Yeah, in the dark. Yeah, but it's got those.
So that is
on there.
The yellow one is from albino, and then the other one is from granite. And then look at the crazy head stamp. Like it's like almost like a little circle, like a little hexagon, and then it's got the 2 little black things. But look at the gold in the alien heads here. Look at that.
It's crazy. Does that one have the kind of the greenish eyes too?
The black. Yep. That one has, or sorry, this one has the gold eyes. But the gold and the contrast, so like this is what I'm talking about, het influence potential. So I'm really excited to get like sunset into the mix, see what that does. But this like is just insane. Like look at the gold.
Yeah.
Now, how long do you have to wait to breed, let's say, a female or a male burn ball?
So similar timing to like a Burmese. So like I would we're not going to try our male, like this male here. So this is our holdback. He's already like 1,400 grams.
I'd be putting him to work at 1,400 grams.
Yeah, but it's like a little bit different, right? So like I'm probably going to wait at least till he's maybe like 2,000 grams, like something like that. But yeah, like we're going to try him. We'll see, right? Like I have a bunch of females that are ready for him, kind of dedicated to that side of things. But yeah, we're going to try him probably at that like 8 month to a year mark, at around like 2,000 grams, something like that.
Wow. That's incredible, man.
Yeah, congratulations on all the accomplishments.
So it's just like and what's crazy is when these hatch, these alien heads are like purple, like legit purple. Like I know we say like bananas have purple.
Were showing them in the beginning, dude. I was like, oh my god, they got purple.
I know. I was so excited because purple is my favorite color, and I was like, nobody's ever really made these, or maybe they have, but they just haven't posted about it. And when I saw the purple, I was like, oh my god. But then the first clutch was just to the hypo, so like they all faded like that one that I showed you. So it kind of turns like that grayish brown color or whatever. Which is still beautiful, but I was a little bit disappointed because I was like, oh man, if they kept that purple, bro. But then this one with the gold, like my god,
it's crazy.
in the black outline on it as well. There's a black outline on it, Mike, which just kind of like perfectly completes the contrast and just how clean it is. Again, it's like it almost looks Desert Ghost.
Wow.
There's literally no scale tipping going on.
Really clean, just super clean.
Yeah, like imagine this at 6 feet still looking better. Like it gets better with every single shed. That's the beautiful thing. It's like similar to a boa where, you know, they're still beautiful when they hatch, but every shed is like, whoa, what is that? Like it just get better. Like there's a few that Along showed me earlier, like that I hadn't seen in a while, and I was like, seriously? It looks like this now? Like what are you talking about, man? Like it looks a million times better. So that's
they kind of do the opposite of ball pythons, you know, the clowns and stuff, and the burn balls get better with age.
So how many
trying to solve those problems on both sides, right?
Yeah,
trying to solve the issues.
Did you hatch on your season last year?
So we had 54
altogether.
So altogether. So the first clutch, this dude is strong, wrapping me up. This is what they always do. They always turn into a bracelet like this. This is what they love to do. So that's why I said, like, I gamed with one. Now he's a little bit heavier. It's like I'm freaking doing a workout when I'm gaming now. But yeah. So the first clutch we had 37 eggs. But only 9 survived because we had an incubator issue. The burn ball clutch was my first clutch ever for anything, any species. So like ball pythons, anything. Burn balls was my first clutch for anything. So we had this kind of like DIY incubator, and it just like kind of flaked on us around day 45, something like that, and kind of nuked the eggs. Like it got spike a temperature up to like 95, something like that. But yeah, the eggs were perfect up until then. So 9 survived. And then the second clutch, we got 16 out of 20. And then the third clutch was 29 of 33. So in terms of fertility rate and hatch success rate, you know, now that we have a good incubator, it's been perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
That's incredible.
Look at the flaming on the sides too. Crazy. So yeah, that's we ended up with 54, which was amazing. So that's another thing I'm most excited about too, is the potential of recessives in the burn balls. So, you know, if you're trying to hit those triples, quads, doubles, whatever, like it's a lot easier when you're getting 29 babies and 6, right, from one female.
Yep. Some people like the het pied, and the and the Burmese, and you're definitely going to get at least 3 or 4, you know, with the ratio, the eggs, you know, the more the eggs, the better your chance. Like with the boas.
Beer, watch this.
I had a boa, and I think I got him in 2017 from Tinley. First time I ever went to Tinley. I had was a orange tail hypo pastel dream, het sharp albino to a ghost, which is the hypo anery.
Yeah, the anery.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, Doug Matusak. He's been doing it for like 42 years. He was the very first one to produce the Sun Dreams. And then I sold them to a friend of mine, Brian, and he produced 3 of the Sun Dreams out of it. And it was crazy. I said, man, I could have produced that, but I didn't. So that's a seller's remorse a lot of times.
Yeah, I have a lot of that too.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do.
So
yeah, with the burn balls and
awesome.
Yeah, like look at how chill man. Like it's just
look, man. You can only sell these things to what, like Asia, Canada, UK,
and Middle East. So like my biggest order, Middle East. Yeah. So there's an amazing if you check them on Instagram, it's called KHA Breeding Farm. So they are in the Middle East. They have like essentially a zoo. They have like all this rare, crazy shit. Like albino crocodiles, like, you know, weird, like scaleless Burmese, like some really, really cool stuff. So he ordered 22 burn balls. And then, I sold a bunch into Canada, and then United Kingdom, we now have an order for. So if you're from any of those countries, I already have shipments coming in the spring, probably like May, for those places.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
So if people wanted to get a hold of you in them areas, because we're coming up against it, if people wants to reach out and get a hold of you, Matt, what would they do? What would they need to do to get a hold of you, man?
Yeah, you can contact me anywhere. So like Facebook, Instagram, chat me, like whatever. People that know me, like I'll respond to anyone, no matter like what your question is. Like, you know, I'll help anyone however I can. You know, I had a lot of people when I first started help me out and just like, you know, give me their time. Like we talked about earlier, Dylan, you know, just some like random person asking them like, hey, what do I do with my heat tape? What do I do with this? And, you know, so you just got to pay it forward. And I just love the snakes so much in the hobby. And just like, I could talk snakes all day, every day. My wife wants me to shut up about them.
Yeah, we appreciate you though. We really do.
Yeah.
My
I know
wife
you
said
for a while.
man.
I was
Yeah,
scared
it's
to
like-
reach out to people. And Fred, we had Fred and AJ from FNA Balls, and they're like, "Man, just reach out to people. What's the worst I can say is no."
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I got a hold of Bavu and I
Exactly,
started to reach out to you. I was like,
He's nice too. Yeah.
I can't, man. I can't. I just got to reach out to these people. And
Yeah, and the beauty about today in 2026 is there's Patreons too, right? Like I talked about that earlier. So like if you don't mind shelling out like a little bit of cash, like you can get access to these OGs for an affordable cost.
For
to get
knowledge.
their wisdom. Yeah. So that was my biggest thing, right? When I started, you know, I wanted to accelerate that learning. So I joined Billy's Patreon, DJ from Reptiles for Centuries, Bob's, like a bunch, like basically as many as I could, just to, you know, and it's been super helpful. Like sometimes it's like, what the heck's going on with my snake, man? Like what's he doing this? What's this? You know, why is it doing this? Or why does it look like this? And they just, oh yeah, it's that. You can just do the XYZ. So it's solving those problems ASAP, right? And then the community. So like, you know, I met Sean before through Mutation Creation, and just like meetings, bunch of cool people. Like same with the podcast that you guys are doing, like, you know, connecting people. It's a beautiful thing in the hobby.
It really is, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that, we're gonna put you backstage real quick, Matt. And
Sure.
thank you so
Hi,
very
everyone.
much, sir.
thanks, Matt.
Let me
We
anytime,
appreciate
and
it.
if you want to
Appreciate
invite to
you.
the group chat, send me a DM on Instagram. That's where our group chat is, if anyone's interested in the hybrids.
Yeah, and who'd you say your little helper was in the back?
Along, yeah. You say goodbye, man?
Alon. Matt and Alon, you guys are homies.
Yeah, bro.
Thanks for coming
We
on the
appreciate
show.
you guys.
Everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good night.
Hang out with us, Matt.
Bye bye.